We gon' tip out on the moon. We gon' tip out on the moon. Can you hear us so? Bottles stomping on the floor. Everybody, here we go. Everybody, here we go. Here we landed, say hello. Everybody, here we go.
Hi everybody, it's Miss Vixen. I'm here with the beautiful
Martine.
and we're here to discuss her company, Just the Sweets.
Hi.
So Martine, tell the people what you do.
So I recently, about a year and a month ago today, I launched my company Just the Sweets, and it's pretty much a cupcakery, but recently we've actually vamped it into being a full out bakery online. We provide sweets for people in New York and the tri-state area. And I think what kind of makes me different from different bakeries is that I have a very big heart for philanthropy, and what we do is that we will continue to donate a cupcake each month to an organization, and the proceeds from the cupcakes actually go to the organization or the cause at that time.
Okay, so I met Martine, I want to say, what was it?
8 months ago.
Back, yeah, it was still kind of nice out.
Yeah.
And it
Early
was,
spring.
what was it? It was, I always get the acronym wrong, ULIYP,
Urban League of Young Professionals, yes.
So I was part of the Long Island chapter back when I was living in Long Island, and forgot how I got. I'd gone to one of the Paul C. Brunson events in Roosevelt Field Mall and at Bloomingdale's, which was awesome. They had like
champagne. It was fabulous.
Okay, so it was a really great event that I'd gone to, and everybody was really nice. That's what caught me, because generally you go to things and you expect people to be standoffish because they all know each other, and it's kind of like, hey, we're just throwing this event and we kind of want you to come so that we can say we did an event. But they were so warm and inviting, so of course I'm a sucker for stuff like that, so I ended up joining, and I met Martine.
The first one.
I want to express to the people why I gravitated to Martine. First of all, if you've been following, you know I eat, don't let the small frame fool you, it packs it in. There were cupcakes at this first meeting that I went to, and I'll never forget, you had the coconut Ciroc ones, and I believe it was the red velvet ones.
Yes. Those are our signature ones.
Yes. So I'm sitting there stuffing my face with the cupcakes. And then I'm like, who made the cupcakes? Is the person here that made the cupcakes? Is this? And then I'm like, there's a card. I'm like, oh wait, this is the person that made the cupcakes. First of all, the cupcakes are slamming. I don't endorse things that I don't consume myself. The cupcakes are amazing. I actually bought a batch for one of my best friend's birthdays. What were they? Not the
Patron Margarita. Yes, we do.
Everybody loves the girl that brings the cupcakes to the party. So those were a hit. Jamie can attest to those. So tell people how you turn your passion into edible passion. Like, they were so good that I wanted to meet the person behind them. And then of course, like, our personalities just vibe, and just listening to how she felt about what she was doing, it really was like, okay, we work out. Yeah. This is awesome. So what is it about baking that makes you so passionate?
Okay, so I guess you can start back a little bit from when I went to college. I went to a small school in Western Massachusetts called American International College, and while I was there, I had my own apartment, and I am an only child, so growing up, it was always just me and my mom, and everything was great. But as I actually got older and I went off to school, I loved the fact to have people over and host. So I started baking, started cooking, everyone came over, we all ate, drank, we had a good day. That's usually what we did. So when people started eating my stuff, they're like, you need to start doing this for money. You're in college, you're not really thinking about it, you got a part-time job, who really wants to bake for money, who's gonna buy stuff for money? So when I moved back to New York, I was like, I need to find another hustle. Like, I need to figure out what I need to do, and I started baking at home again, and then my mom and my family members are just like, you can actually make money off of this stuff. So I was like, you know what? Okay, so let's do a little thing here and there. And then I realized when you do things for money, it's great, but when you do things for others, it's better. So what I figured out, I was like, at the end of the day, yes, I want to make money for this, but I need people to remember me not just for my sweets, but for what else that I do. So my passion comes through giving back. And the reason I bake, and I feel like the reason everyone feels and like understands the love that goes into my cupcakes is truly what comes from it and what I feel when I'm baking. If I'm not in a good mood, I will not get in the kitchen. If I'm not feeling well, I do not get in the kitchen. Everything I do it with passion, and I do it with purpose. So I will not, if somebody needs an order, I'm not gonna rush to give you something that's not 110% because I feel like it just isn't right. And to me, it really comes through, and I bake with gospel music on. Like, that's just something that I have to do. I don't feel right if I don't have it on. So my passion comes through everything, that the whole environment, the vibe that's set is to give everyone the ultimate experience with my cupcake.
Okay.
So my passion comes through just in the whole atmosphere of just.
It's what you put into it. It's like when people say, "Oh, you put your foot in it."
Yeah.
Like when people.
I put my heart, I put my love,
You
my
do.
soul. Like it all literally combines together, and that's just what makes it awesome.
A lot of people can say that they can cook. A lot of people can say they can bake. But is there anything that comes to mind that made the transition from baking for pleasure to baking for business? Is there anything that comes up that made it difficult or like a standout kind of thing?
It wasn't more so say difficult. It was more say just making sure your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted. There's a lot of legal paperwork that goes into things like this. So being in New York, we all know that, you know, when you're at a regular place, you want to have your grading and stuff. But since I am baking from home, my mom had to do a lot of remodeling for our kitchen to make sure that we were like up to date and really did everything that we needed to have this space and stuff. So stuff like that is really nice. But in all actuality, I feel like when it comes to baking, especially in New York and in the young professional group that we all are, everyone has a passion. They have a niche for something, and there's a lot of great bakers out right now. A lot of people do great cakes. They do cupcakes. So I think in order for me to transition into the business aspect of what I was doing was to just try to be different and to really stand out from the rest. Because you can order cupcakes from 3 other people on social media and through friends, but what makes you want to come to Justice Sweets? What really brings the loves and everything? So it was really just making sure that what I did wasn't almost the same as everyone else, and when people had my stuff, they really just truly enjoyed it and they wanted to come back for more.
So besides, like, I had no idea about the whole remodeling you guys had to do, but what other types of like paperwork and like, do you have to like register or something?
Right. So we are an LLC, so all that paperwork is gone through. I feel like it's a lot of money, but it's all worth it at the end of the day.
You're investing in yourself.
Yes, and you're investing in your property and making sure that you are covered under all types of. So in New York State, we are covered for everything. So if anybody gets sick, like we have, like we're insured and all that stuff.
Okay. And you know, food handling.
Yes, food handling. It's something actually you can do online. You can go in and take a course. It's like you take a test. You have to read all this stuff, take a test, and have everything done. So these are things. So like, let's say I wanted to go bake at another bakery, and they said that they didn't want to put my name on the menu because I wasn't the one baking the stuff. I can actually go into a restaurant and show them, okay, well, I have my certificate. I can handle everything in your kitchen because I'm certified for that. So these are things that I feel like you have to kind of be legit because you never know who's buying your stuff. You never know what clients are coming. I had some great people recommend me, and I ended up dropping stuff off in the city, and I'm at certain like celebrity magazines, and I'm like, oh, this is nice. You know, you never know who you're dealing with, and you want to make sure you're ready to go.
For all the opportunities that may come your way.
Absolutely. So it was just a lot of paperwork and really getting everything. I feel like when we do transition into the point of getting an actual bakery, it'll be a lot more. Right now, like all our paperwork is fine and ready to go, but it's a whole new set of paperwork when you actually have an actual establishment.
Okay.
So that's something that we're working towards in 2014 to actually possibly open up a bakery. So these are things we're looking into. We have lawyers looking into all that stuff. So it's nice, but it's definitely something that it's tedious. It's just very tedious. Yeah.
You gotta be, those are the things about owning your own business and being your own boss that a lot of people totally forget about. They're all about, oh, I wanna do what I wanna do, but then there's the paperwork behind it, and
then your taxes, and then you have to claim everything, then you need it's a lot of work. But you know what, if you have a great lawyer and you do your research, it all really comes together easily. It's just keeping up with everything.
Okay, so we're in 2014 now, and Happy New Year, guys.
It is the first.
What about 2013? As a businesswoman, can you reflect on and say, you know what, now that I know what I know now, I wish I knew then. So I guess I'm asking, what's something that you learned along the way in 2013 that you wish you knew?
Yes.
To begin with.
So just a little bit about myself. I do also have a full-time job outside of baking. So you have to make sure you maintain your home, because I do this full time, but not all the time do I get the business that I want and the traffic that I want on my site. So I do work full time, and I do actually run someone else's business. I'm in retail and I'm a manager, and I run a store in New York City. So I know the ins and outs of business and how to keep a business running effectively, because I have to.
Right.
So there's a lot of things I take from my day job and really bring it into Just the Sweets. And I learned a lot this year. And I didn't realize how much I learned until I actually sat and reflected on it. My biggest, and I will admit it, and I know this is something I need to work on, and I am working on it as I go. I'm not a big email person. I know this is how we function in this new millennium.
Right.
And I'm really getting to that. And I feel like there are days that I lose out on great, valuable business and customers because I don't respond to my email in time, because I also do work a full-time job. So it's hard to do it.
Retail has crazy hours.
Yes. Holiday time, like our blackout period ends in 5 days.
Right.
So I can actually have maybe one day off on the weekend now instead of working every day. So, and I'm at work. I work in the city. I live out on Long Island. So it just takes
is enough. It's like
almost 2 hours. So you're getting off of the train, then you have to jump in the kitchen and bake and be happy and everything. So a lot of things that I wish, my time management has gotten a lot better, but it is something I still need to continue to work on. I think that's a lot of people nowadays too. We put a lot on our plates, and we forget that there's only really 24 hours in the day. You can't really accomplish everything, but I'm learning a lot better to really bring everything together and make my list and check off, and don't move on to the next until one is checked off. So that's something that I've learned. I've learned that running a business is not an easy thing. You really need to keep up with your competitors. I'm working a full-time job, but they're not working a full-time job. This is their full-time job. So it's like, what do I need to do to make sure that people don't forget about me? And when I say me, I literally mean my business and myself. Like, I need to be more personable and meeting people and really keeping conversations to let people know, like, hi, yes, I am the face behind Just the Sweets, but my name is Martine. And I do enjoy doing a lot of events for people and different fundraisers and stuff. And I like to be present when I don't like to drop off my stuff and you have it there. And like you said, when you first had my cupcake, you wanted to know who made it. So it's like, no better representation of your product is nobody else but yourself. You can train someone, you can put somebody in a place to really like sell your product and to really explain it, but no one can really do it.
They're not going to feel the passion you put into those cupcakes unless it's coming from you.
Absolutely. And that's something I'm
especially
also,
since it's a big part of your process.
Right. And I bake everything from scratch. There is no, like, I don't use box cake, I don't do any of that stuff. It's like all flour, all scratch everything. That's what I call it. Like all scratch everything. Like you get the homeness of my cupcake. So, or my baked goods. I'm branching out into a bunch of different things now. But it's very difficult to be a full-time working person and to run a business. But I'm learning to just balance these things out, and my time management and just my attentiveness more towards my emails and responding is something that I really want to bring with me in 2014. That was kind of a little bit of a downfall, and I would admit that. It was my first year. I struggled a little bit in the beginning. There's a lot of things you do on your own. You don't really have a lot of people to like run to. Yeah, so it's different.
Social media is a handful on its own. You have to make sure you put the right information there. You have to make sure that you.
And you're current.
People try to say, "Oh, you worry about your likes, and you worry about your followers."
That's a big deal when you're running a business. Yes.
It makes a difference.
You have to properly hashtag, because people do search hashtags. I am a hashtag searcher. So it's like, if you don't hashtag your things properly and you really don't let people know what you're doing, it's kind of like lost.
I know I've spent money with people that I found on social media because of the way that they present themselves.
Right.
If you're a boutique, I'd like to see customers in your dresses.
Right.
If you're a baker, I want to see pictures of people, oh, I bought these for this person's party, or I bought this for this, and everybody loves it. I want to see stuff like that. So
you want to see the comments, you want to see the indulgent. For me, it's like, I tell people all the time, if you love what I do, just take a picture of someone eating it for me. Just want that one bite. Like, to me, that like makes me completely
Right.
satisfied in everything that I do. So,
So
it's
speaking
definitely
of,
that.
what are some of your signature sweets that your customers generally come back to?
I think everyone has a classic red velvet that everyone loves. We tweaked our red velvet for months and we finally got it. So I'm really excited about that. It's nice, fluffy, and not too chocolatey, but
Okay.
just the right amount of
Right. Some
love
people
that
make
it
it
needs.
taste like chocolate, which it's might as well make me a chocolate cupcake.
Right.
But yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
Red velvet. It made a difference because I'm like, holy shit! Like this
Right.
is right. Like, it's red velvet, not chocolate.
Right. So our red velvet's really big. We do liquor infused cupcakes. So one of our big cupcakes is our red velvet Hennessy, which we just mastered as well, which is a big deal with a lot of birthday parties and everything. We've been doing a lot of that. And we also have classic ones that we do, like our tres leche. It is a Latin inspired cupcake, and I've had Latin people try it and was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And I'm like, oh, thank you. So to get that satisfaction from someone that it's pretty much their culture
Right.
to have a sweet like that, it actually makes me extremely happy. We do a lot of some of our liquor infused ones are Patron Margarita, which is really popular. We have a Ciroc cupcake,
Yes.
a coconut Ciroc one. It's like a pineapple cupcake with Ciroc. It's really good. It's different. It's something that you don't really find a lot of places. It's just,
Right.
you really feel like you're having the drink. And we do like great brownies. We have pound cakes. I always tell people there are certain things that I want to actually indulge in is to just always make people feel like they're eating something that they had from their grandmother's kitchen or from their house. So everything is very home style. So we don't do any fondant. It's not something that we really do right now. We might maybe look into doing it later, but right now we just focus on classic 2-3 layer cakes with just frosting on it. We do cupcakes, we do cookies. We just recently created a chocolate banana empanada, which is really awesome, and people are loving that. So I always tell people anything you really want, I can attempt to create for you.
Okay.
If it doesn't work out, totally understandable, but I will always try to see if I can make it and just to make you happy. Your sweetest desire is something that I hopefully can fulfill.
Okay. So I have a question for you. What do you have planned for 2014? 2014 is here.
Yes.
What exactly do you have in the workings? Anything that you've
So we are, I guess you're the first person to hear this. We are in the process of looking for a space to open up a actual bakery.
Nice.
Hopefully by the end of this year we will be up and out. If not around this time next year, we'll definitely be there. We are also looking into a couple of pop-up shops, maybe just for like a month place here or there, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, so people can come in. You're actually able to come in, have a couple of desserts, and really try it or whatever. We're in the process, right? So these are things that we're looking into. Like I said, a lot of paperwork, legal aspects of things, especially working in the city and also wanting to do it in the city. It's a lot of extra things that have to go down.
City?
Yes. New York City and Long Island are 2 different entities. You can do a lot of things easier on Long Island, but when you do it in New York City, it's a lot more that goes into it. Because of competitors and everything like that. So it definitely is something that we're working on. So we're hoping we can bring that soon. We hopefully hoping another. I would love to host another cupcakes and cocktail and definitely do a couple more things, maybe cupcake making classes for people.
Oh, that's so cute.
And
that'd be like a really dope date.
Yes, and I'm actually working with another one of my friends that's she's into stuff like this as well. She's a foodie that we might be doing something like that, and also maybe myself possibly doing a baking therapy class. A lot of people don't know. People always say baking it's not an art, it's a science. Because in order to bake, it's really all about measurements and really putting things together to create something. And I feel like sometimes, like if you're in a relationship or you're with someone, at times you forget ingredients to make things happy and to make things work. So to come in and kind of like talk out your problems while baking and working together is kind of like a therapy aspect of it.
That's
something that I'm actually researching myself to be that person. It's not something I want to be like someone's therapist, but it's like, what can I do to make someone come into my kitchen with their significant other to have a good time and to maybe talk out little things that are bothering them, or to be able to do that while creating something sweet.
Well, I really like that.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that's something
like that. And I hope that's, and one thing I just want to reiterate, you hand deliver.
Yes. We hand deliver in the tri-state area, so New York.
That's a big deal.
Yes.
You're not getting frozen cupcakes.
Yes.
You're not getting something that you like thaw out. You're baking your cupcakes,
Yes.
and you're bringing it to the place where I'm having it. So the last thing I need to do, if I'm doing a baby shower and I've got to lug balloons and all other types of crazy things, the last thing I have to worry about is dropping the cupcakes.
Right,
on the way
because
to
we
the
will
venue.
provide that for you. We actually, I love that. I love to be there to set things up for people and to help them get it together the way
Right.
they want. And
That's
to envision
amazing
what it is.
customer service.
Yes, I work retail, so I work.
Yeah.
I strive for amazing customer service at all times. So that's something I really want my business to be to really be based on as well.
Right.
So we do provide delivery, and within New York, but we also you can pick up from my my actual kitchen in Long Island, or you can pick up from me in the city. I do work in the city, so at times I will bring it. If you want me to
Right.
meet up somewhere, we can always make that happen. But we are in the process of figuring out how we are shipping things. So things that can be shipped are like our cookies, our empanadas we can ship.
Okay.
We can ship brownies. We can ship certain things, but our cupcakes, I take so much time in really making it. I don't want you to get something with icing on the container. I want your icing to be on the cupcake. So, and unfortunately, between UPS, FedEx, and the U.S. Postal Service, people shake things up, and it just doesn't come in its best state. And I would love for people to really
see the effort you put into it.
Right. So there are things that I wish we could send. We do cupcake bouquets that are really popular during the holidays.
Mother's Day.
Yes.
Those are really pretty.
We do cupcake bouquets. It's literally like a pot, and it's flowers. If you go on our Instagram, you can see the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something like that people always ask me, well, can you ship? And it's something that we are trying to create a way to do that. But as of right now, it's not something. Yes, we do.
Okay,
we
awesome.
do provide sugar-free, just vanilla and chocolate right now. We're working off the other flavors, but vanilla and chocolate is something that we do offer sugar-free. We use substitute, obviously, to make it work. And I've had a couple people order, and their parents have loved it. So we have done really well. We actually do cookie cakes with chocolate chips, but if you are allergic to milk, we have pretty much like a non-dairy chocolate chip that we can use in the cookie cake. So there's a lot of different options. I want everyone to indulge in what they want to indulge in. And if it's because of an allergy or because you're gluten or something, we will make it work to your satisfaction because you need to enjoy everything. You should never be limited. A meal is not complete without something sweet. So we have to make sure sweets are always around if Justice Sweets is involved. So
that's beautiful.
Yeah. So there's a lot to come with Justice Sweets in 2014. We really want people to. We're rebranding ourselves. We found out who we were and what we wanted to create, and now in this second year of business that we're going into, we really want to make sure that our brand sticks out and people know like Justice Sweets, and it's not just someone that provides sweets. We do a lot more. And that's something that I really want to focus on and to really get people to know and understand, like, yes, I love what I do, but I also want to give back. So that's something we're definitely going to work on.
So where can we keep up with Justice Sweets? Where can we order cupcakes and brownies and cookies and chocolate banana empanadas and all types of amazing that you do?
Oh, well, as of right now, we do deliver. So you can order from us through our website. But the best way is to really send us an email. It's info@justicesweets.com. You send us an email. In 2 to 3 days, we will respond. In 2014, it's something else that I'm definitely sticking my guns to. I can't take late orders anymore because I don't feel like I get to put enough into it the way I want to. So at least a week to 2 weeks notice. 2 or 3 days doesn't work for me. I try, but at times it just doesn't. I want to give you my best, and in order for me to give you my best, I have to properly prepare to do that.
You're not a factory.
No, I'm not a factory, and like I said, this isn't my only job, so I do work around my schedule when I take orders at times, and I'm able to maneuver that in. So you can order from us from info@justicesweets.com. We do have a website that we're in the process of revamping for 2014. So by March, it will look completely different. So what it is right now is kind of just like what we had before, and now we tweaked. We know what works, what doesn't work. We're in the process of working that out. Our menu on there is pretty much the same, but we also do have new things that we do promote on our Instagram page.
Okay.
Social media is very big for us, so we do use Instagram. So if there's anything you've seen back from even 20 weeks ago that we created, we definitely can.
It's an option.
Right, it's an option. It's not on the website, but it is an option on our Instagram. And our Instagram is also a menu as well. Visual presentation people love, so I like to get back to them.
Right.
So you can find us on all aspects of social media. We are on Tumblr, we are on Instagram, we are on Facebook, we are on Twitter, and we are on Pinterest. And everything is branded Justice Sweets.
No funny spelling.
No, it's just
Justice.
JUSTICESWEETS. Justice Sweets.
To the point. Sweet and to the point.
Yes. It was a pleasure really sitting here with you today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here.
And I appreciate you having me as well. I wish you much success this year in 2014. I can't wait to see everything flourish so much more within your blog and everything that you do. So
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
thank you.
Hi everybody, it's Miss Vixen. Make sure to check out TheVixinExperience.com and see how you can win 24 cupcakes from Justice Sweets. That's 24 cupcakes of your choice. Any kind of cupcakes you want. Sweets are on me.